guess, guys. My name is Josh. I'm from Bulls on Wall Street. We got Tony Rodriguez here. He's this awesome guy. He's down here from Texas as well. From my experience, I was with these guys for the last 5 years. I've met Kunal, awesome guy, great guy. I mean, when you get to meet him face to face, he's a completely different guy than you'll see anywhere else. Really humble, down to earth. One of my best friends, probably. But anyways, we're just going to be chatting about trading in these next couple minutes here, and just shooting the shit basically. But so basically, so Tony, like, going to one of these live events, I mean, same thing as you. Like, I went to the whole YouTube thing. You try and get as much knowledge as you can. What's something that I guess a big takeaway or something that you like from going to something live like this, or it's wanting you to come back to something like this?
Being able to have first-hand access to Kunal's brain, talk to all you other guys, traders as well, networking, meeting a lot of people that you normally wouldn't be able to meet because it's a lonely occupation that we're all trying to have here. So it's good to meet other traders as well, pick their brains, see what ideas they're going with, look over charts together, network, even join other chat rooms, things like that. So aside from having first-hand access to all of these professional traders, you also can network, meet other people that are trying to do the same things on the same level that you're at, and you can help support each other and stuff like that. So it's not such a lonely occupation that we're trying to do here.
Yeah, I get that. I know one thing is that even trading at home, man. Like, this is the first time I've actually met traders like that we've known and stuff like that, and like it's guys that I've known the last 4 years or 5 years. Like, you put a name to a face finally, and it's like you really hit it off. Like, I was telling who was it? Christian. Yeah, it was Christian. I was like saying to him, I was like, man, some of these guys, like, they'll be your best friends for like 5 to 10 years. Like, you might even be lifelong friends, man. It might be at your wedding, right? Like, a big thing of having a community like this is like, man, you meet guys that have the same interests. Like, a lot of these guys have the same industry background. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, when we go to bars and party and stuff, like, we're all having a good time because like, we all have the same mindset and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I like that because it really breaks free from just sitting at a computer, like, being there for 9 hours a day, man, or whatever. Like, it gets lonely. I mean, sometimes you feel like just doing this can kind of shake things up and make your life a little bit better. Like, you see stuff in a different eye. And,
absolutely.
I mean, that's one thing I know I took away from this.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I mean, not only that, I mean, you just get a lot of other ideas or setups that you weren't looking at, or things like that. You can see things from another person's perspective, and that's hard to do when you're stuck in a chat room or just behind your desk by yourself, when you can see everybody else's monitors and what they're up to, and you're just going back and forth and chit-chat. That helps your trades out big time. I mean, or you get ideas, or you can piggyback off of somebody else's trade, help pad your bank account up, or so
it's like you're watching 15 portfolios, right?
Yeah. I mean, nothing bad can come out of that. With all the knowledge that's in that one room, I mean, you're bound to learn something. If you don't take away something from this, then that's your fault, because knowledge is there. All the tools are there, so it's up to you to figure out what works for you and take it from there.
You were mentioning you're like doing more so the swing trading stuff. So, like, have you noticed one kind of pattern and something that's like sticking out to you? Like, you're like, hey, like, I'm gonna start rocking this the next couple of months, and I feel kind of confident, or I want to explore it.
Not necessarily. I think that for the swing trading, I'm trying to practice more along the lines.
Okay, so just kind of get a feel for everything?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. As far as the day trading is concerned, I'm just sticking with the opening range, the pullbacks and the red and greens. I'm not really trying to deviate anything from there because I like to just work for an hour or two around 10 o'clock in the morning, take my break, run errands, do whatever I got to do, kind of get away from the computer, detach for a little bit, and then come back around 1 to 3, and then see what the market's doing if I want to get back in and do anything like that. So I like to be done with my trades early enough, unless I'm swing trading, I don't have to really worry about them too much, then, because I find myself just sitting in front of the computer for too long. And I want to be able to pull away from the computer now.
Reset everything.
Yeah.
So, like,
I feel it helps you out whenever you just take a break from that, for at least half hour, an hour,
Sure. So I guess for some of you guys that are like, they want to be at the markets the whole day because they think putting in the time plays all of it. Like, what's some things that you would say, like, you look forward to take that break? I know, like, for me, it's like, hey, I want to go hit up a driving range or go hit some balls or like go work out. So, like, is there anything in particular that you like to do? Like, you just reset your head on?
Yeah, I use either meditation a lot. I'll sit there and meditate for a good 20 to 30 minutes, kind of clear my head, refocus, because a lot of times you might have a couple bad plays, you know, and you don't want you don't want that to ruin your day, especially if you're midday already and there are some still good plays out there that you could take. You don't want those screw ups earlier in the day to set the mood for the rest of your day. And if you already know that you're that type of personality, it's like just take the rest of the day off, so you don't get in any deeper than you already are. So just pump the brakes a little bit, take a step back, and I just find that meditating works for me. So if I'm having a bad day or even a good day, it's like, all right, humble yourself, get back down to, or hey, it's not that bad, just get back to where you need to be. I think, you know, the psychology of trading and the mental aspect of trading, which you guys are very good at explaining and teaching, goes pretty far when you're having a good or bad day. You know, I mean, you can humble yourself, and you can also pick yourself up as well and just dust yourself off and say, you know what, it's not that bad. Screwed up, it's going to happen. It's inevitable. Nobody's batting 1,000 in this game, you know. So I find either working out or meditating or a combination of both in the middle of the day. Maybe read a little bit, you know, educate yourself so you're just learning a little bit more information, you know. And as long as you're taking some sort of you know, it doesn't have to be an hour, 2 hour, or anything like that. At least just take a little bit of a break from that pattern, you know, so you're not over trading and you're not seeing things that aren't there. You know, if you stare at that monitor long enough, you're looking for something, you'll find it, you know. So you just kind of want to be able to look, see what you get in, get out, and you know, play it like that.
I know I do meditate like when I first wake up. I'm not like where you can just wake up like with an alarm clock. It blows me away, man. Like I'm always setting an alarm clock, and he's like turning them off because he hates it when playing with them and like the alarm goes off. But for me at least, like it's not the best thing to wake up to, obviously. So like first thing in the morning, I don't check my text or stuff. I'll meditate for like 10-15 minutes, just get my head in the right mindset, and then kind of map out my day kind of thing. And then when I go to bed, same thing. It's taking like, you know, helps me fall asleep. So clears my head. It's like, all right, what am I going to do tomorrow? Like, okay, keep center everything, you know, every that.
And that helps you not to dwell on your mistakes. You know, you don't sit there and focus on where you screwed up at all day. I mean, obviously,
the trading, man. Like, you could, if you don't reset yourself, man, you could go on a 3-day downwind, and it's like you're doing the same shit over and over and over.
It could be a good. It could be a nice downfall. So you want to reset yourself as much as you possibly can, in my opinion. You know, and maybe meditation doesn't work for some people, but just find whatever it is that kind of help you reset yourself. Like you play some golf, or go for a swim if you like to do that, or go for a jog, or you know, just anything to clear your head, reset. You know, get you in a better mind frame again, and then just go back to, you know.
You been enjoying the weekend so far?
Oh man, it's a blast. Yeah, absolutely, man. One of the funnest times I've had with a group of guys that I've never even met before. You know, we all just kind of clicked. It was pretty cool how it all came together, to be honest with you.
And I think that first party that we had on the Thursday or Wednesday night there, like man, like it was like within 5 minutes, man, we're all like talking like we've known each other for like 10+ years or whatever. Right? It's just kind of sweet for them doing that.
Yeah, I mean, the conversations that we've had, we'd never have with our best friends or our family, because they just don't get what we're talking about in the first place. We're speaking Greek to all these people. So it's always good to have a few stock buddies that you can talk to. You know, you can pick brains, you can bounce ideas off of, hey man, are you seeing the same things I'm seeing here? Or is this, you know, a bad idea and stuff like that? So I mean, just having that little community together, I think is really huge, you know, especially for your success, or anybody's success for that matter, you know. It's a lonely game, like I said. And, you know, the more support you can get, the more people that you can surround yourself with that are like-minded, just like you, that are focused, driven, you know, have this goal set. It helps out big time, you know. I feel like that's a big thing.
100%. I think now that you mentioned that, I think that's where you get that drop off of people. Like, you know, you see like for real estate investors, like all these mentor guys in other industries, right? You have that persona because like 99% of those guys, they're there just to take your money and be like, here's something that worked 10 years ago. You know what I mean? Like take it and run with it. But that's one thing like I pulled from Kunal is like they're always like with their lifetime stuff. It's like you're always getting the current stuff like every 2 months. Like they have a new class or new live streaming stuff. Like okay, this pattern we taught you guys like 5 years ago, it's not working now. You got to change your stuff up. We're like, hey, the market's doing this. This is what's hot right now. And that's one thing. I like, man, I've went through the boot camp like 3 times I think, just over blowing up trading accounts and all that kind of stuff. And every single time I take like Brian said like 1 or 2 pieces here and there that like that alone will save me like 10% in losses this year. Absolutely. You know what I mean?
I feel like the more you watch the boot camps, the more you go to, the more you retain the information. The more, and this is like you said, this is an evolving, you know, occupation. So you have to, you got to be on top of everything, and the only way to do that is stay fresh, stay constantly educating yourself, always reading, always looking at the news, always seeing what's going on, looking at these tickers, and picking your buddy's brains and what are you guys trading this week, and looking at your sectors and scanning correctly and all that. It's a never-ending process. I mean, it's not as easy as just waking up, turning the computer on, and looking at some charts and go, all right, let's make a couple trades. No, you got to do your work, you know. And once you get, you know, too comfortable, you know, with your trades and your style of trading, I think that's when you're going to get smacked in the head. You know? So you constantly have to be re-educating yourself, and this is one of the best tools to be constantly educating yourself, you know, through the rest of your trading career, however long that may be. You know? I mean, everybody's got different goals. So,
so I don't know if you were talking to Brian a little bit. Like, do you think, because he's doing the option stuff? For those of you guys that don't know, we don't teach options, but like Brian he's taken them. We've taught him in stocks, and he's killing it. He's probably one of the best traders we've known. So is there anything you took from him in terms of his style of trading, or like, you know, maybe you want to one day get into that kind of style? Or
well, I would love to get into options, but I'm just not there yet. So, you know, after,
I know, me neither too. Like, I'm profitable, but like at the same time, you got to keep it simple and build those little building blocks, right?
I don't want to. You know, I'd like to crawl before I walk, let's put it so to speak. You know, so once I start getting these opening patterns down and evolving to maybe midday and then later in the day, and get my swings right, and I feel like my knowledge is where it needs to be, then I will start gravitating towards options and educating myself in that area, so I can take some gains from there. Because the way he does it, he makes it look pretty darn easy, and his success rate is over 80%. So I mean, that's pretty impressive. So
I know. I was
if
like,
anything, I was picking his brain, going, I need your email, I need your what's your personal phone number? I'm going to come to Houston and trade with you. Like, let's do this. You know.
Well, the crazy thing is, like, he started like what, 2 or 3 years ago. And then his win rate's like better than an algorithm. Like, I don't understand that. Like, when he first said that, I was like, get out of here. I was like, dude, you're not.
But then when you look at all of his charts and you're looking at everything, you're like, okay, I see what you're up to over here. Because he's got 1 minute, 5 minute, hourly, weekly. He's all over the place with that. But it works for him, and that's what it is. You got to find out whatever style works for you, whatever trading pattern. Are you good at shorting? Are you good at ORBs? Are you good at swinging? Are you good at you know, options or puts or calls, or what is your forte? You know, and the only way you're going to find out is paper trading and figuring it out from there. It's just, let's see what you're good at, and then start focusing on that. And when you're ready to go for it.
Yeah, I think that's one other thing you guys will take from it too, is because like there's some DVDs or like, I don't know, I'm not here to like throw anyone off. Right. I mean, all that stuff, it works, but it's not going to work for everyone. Like, I know for a fact, like, there's stuff that Kunal makes all of his money off of trade. I can't trade that same pattern just because my mind and like the way I trade, I can't optimize that pattern to the same extent. So, but the one thing that I know, that's why I joined with Kunal, is because like, dude, we have like 20, 30, 40 patterns, whatever that is. It's like, there's going to be guys that trade this stuff. There's going to be guys that trade this stuff. Like, they give you everything, and then they build around the back end. Like, okay, this is how you have to manage your trading psychology and like the risk management side. Because like, that's all stuff. Regardless of what setup you're trading, you need that stuff. That's 80% of the game right there. Like 20% is like, okay, this is a chart, this is a flag pattern, this is a bear flag. Like, you still have to time it.
You still got to, exactly. You still have to know what to do with it.
Exactly.
You know, like, that's great. Find an advantage that you can recognize what these patterns are. Now, what are you going to do with them? You know, and that could be the difference between you being successful and losing grass.
Exactly. So, what's your game plan then from going on for like the next 6 months or like so?
Study. Read the front and back of that book a couple of times. Go over all the archived videos. If this is going to be available archived, I'll probably watch this a few times also. Just hammer it into my brain over and over again. Get in the chat rooms. Paper trade a little bit more. Probably take a few good swings here and there too.
You can't always be paper.
I can't always be paper trading. I gotta have a little action, otherwise I'll get a little too comfortable.
100%. That's actually a good point too on that as well. Because I know there's some guys too, like me. Man, I paper trade for like 8 months, got into the game, and I was like, I really like my risk management. I was like way too loose with how I was trading, right? Like, if you're doing that, getting a little bit of trades, like maybe you're trading 20% of what you're sim trading, but you're still getting the emotional side and the repetitions and the consistency. Then you can just scale it, man. Instead of trading 20 shares, you're trading 200. Instead of 10, you're trading 2,000, right?
Even if you've got a small account, I mean, you can still make a couple of trades a week, but as long as you're getting those repetitions and you're paper trading and you're looking at those charts, you're only going to get better. So, I mean, even if your account isn't big enough, you can always paper trade. You can always start with the smaller account and take a couple swing trades here and there until you get a big enough account, you know, or if you're good enough, they can, you know, get in y'all's accounts and trade with you guys. So, I mean, there's a lot of options that they have. I mean, once you get out of this class, you guys make it really easy for people to really choose whatever path they want to go down. You know, if they want to stick with bulls and get in their trading, then great. If they want to go off and do their own thing, great. If you want to do options or crypto or whatever, you know, that's your own destiny. Go for it.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, 100%. The other thing I was going to ask you was, I completely forget. Well, I think that's enough though. We got.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
It's good stuff.
If you think of anything else, we'll do it again. Okay.
If this ends up on the video, then you know, like this isn't just
Exactly.
made up.
Yeah, it's neither here nor there, man. I had a good time with you guys, regardless, man. And I learned a lot, man, more than I ever have. Shit, and even in college, man, I was telling my girlfriend last night, I was like, man, I'm just pissed that I didn't meet these guys earlier, or that I wasn't training 5-10 years ago for this, you know, because think of how much I put into, you know, my prior businesses or my college education, how much money I've spent on college education.
Man.
I'm like, man, for the money, for your bang for your buck, I would do this over and over again. I do this 2-3 times a year. I mean, you're spending more a semester at college
40 times a
than you would for this education. I'm like, I'll just keep doing this over and over until I get it, you know?
I know, I was telling the Christian that too. I was like, when I was in finance, like at my school, dude, like you're paying like what? Like in Canada it's cheap. Like I can get school through my degree for say like 20-30 grand kind of thing. So it's not like
that could be like a semester over here at SMU, you know?
But like the same thing, like I was in finance, I was like, you know, like I want to learn how to trade or whatever, I want to get into like an analyst position. You go there, man, and it's all like, it's nothing to do with what like you see on the movies and that kind of stuff. I know with like the movies it's all flat, like fame and game or whatever that kind of stuff you want to call it. But I just wasn't into it. I was like, I don't want to sit at an office job sitting 9 to 5 in a cubicle giving some other asshole my reports on the
quality
stock,
of life also? I mean, like, come on, you know, you're working, no matter what, you're still a slave to the system. You know, somebody's still over there, you can fire you at any moment, you know, you can still get laid off for the stupidest reason, or because the stocks aren't performing right or doing whatever. It's like, wouldn't you want to take destiny into your own hands and do it yourself and not have to worry about a 9 to 5 or somebody firing you or getting laid off or this, that, or the other? I mean, I know that it could be scary, but hey, man, nothing good comes out of life just being stagnant and not doing anything and taking any risks. You know, you got to be able to take a risk. You got to be able to take a chance and roll the dice every once in a while. You know, so for me, it was kind of a no-brainer. I'm like, I'm all in. I don't have a backup plan. This is my plan, and I'm going to stick to it, and I'm not going to do anything else. I'm just going to hammer away until I get it, you know. And every day you're picking up a little bit here and a little bit there, man. As long as you're growing and evolving and learning, there's no way that you're not going to get this.
100%.
I mean, it's just practice, 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 like anything else in life. I mean, you go to college for 4 years and get out, and then you go and train at some other job for another 6 months or a year doing whatever you
Or you get your master's after.
I mean, why not put that much effort and mental energy into this? If you put in all that work that you put into your college degree, or put in all that work that you put in at your job or whatever, and you put that same focus and energy into this, the sky's the limit. I mean, you have your own destiny in your own hands. You can live anywhere in the world you want, do anything that you want whenever you want. Nobody's going to fire you. Nobody can tell you anything. Like, isn't that the ultimate freedom? Isn't that what we all search for in life? Isn't that what we all want?
I think that's, I mean, everyone here, that's like the guys here, that's what they want. Like everyone even here that are working, like they're working jobs, but it's not because they have to. Like a lot, like Brian, man, he could live for the rest of his life off trading. But he loves his industry. He just wants that quality of life. He wants to set his life up so that he enjoys his job. Maybe he makes less at his job, but it's something that, you know, at the end of the day,
he chooses to do it. It's not something that he has to do.
Exactly.
You know, and if he lost his job tomorrow, he'd still be fine. You know? So that's the kind of life that everybody dreams of. You know? You're looking around the room and seeing several people in that room. The majority of people in that room are either striving for it or already have it. You know, and probably everybody in that room will get there one day. You know, depending on their own path or how they, you know, choose to go. But there's no reason why we can't.
100%. Let me see if I gotta catch my flight here. Oh, I gotta get ready. All right, guys. Well, man, first time meeting Tony, man. I can already tell I'm gonna know this guy for the next probably couple decades, if not more. So I appreciate him coming down. I mean, I already know, like, we met some awesome guys down here in the Dallas area. So I definitely think we're gonna be coming back here in 6 months. I mean, who knows how many more of our guys? Maybe we just keep it the same group again. I mean, that would be awesome to get going around too.
Every single angle of it.
Yeah,
Whatever you guys want to do, call me in.
Maybe even next time we were talking about even doing like a tropical one, man. We get a couple of the guys that, hey, they want to go on a trip this summer. Hey, let's just go to Mexico. We're like, somewhere else. Like we take a week off together, we just rent some sick house, we still trade together, hang out, and
I'd be 100% in on that. I'd love to do something like that. That'd be great.
All right, man.
Great.
Okay, well, appreciate it.
No sweat.
Take
man.
care.
Good to meet you.
Got your numbers, so I'll make sure we keep in touch with all the trading stuff. Like I said, like if I have a bad day, man, like I'm good right now, but like if I have a bad day, I'll reach out to you guys. This is what I fucked up on, right? Like same thing on you. If you have a good day or a bad day, like that accountability factor on both ends and make sure that we keeps us grounded. Because if say if I'm going a hot streak, man, I don't tell anyone. I know by like Friday, like if I'm having Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday hot, by Friday, man, I'm putting everything on the table. Like I'm going all on black kind of thing, right? I know sometimes if I'm telling guys, like they'll be like, yo, dude, like that's good. Maybe just hang out for the first open and then just leave it. Like just go do your own thing today, right? Yeah. I think that would be huge for all of us. Just keeping that tunnel vision on it all. And then over these next couple of months, make sure like we're all making some moves.
Absolutely. Hold each other accountable, help each other out, pick each other up.
Perfect.
It's awesome, man.
All right, man. Okay, take care.
Good to meet you, man.